Mr. Speaker, over the Memorial Day recess, Rasmussen found that a majority of Americans say the country is on the right track. Under President Trump, America keeps winning again and again and again. Promises made, promises kept. 77 million Americans trusted President Trump to restore common sense to our nation's capital by bringing down everyday costs, reining in our federal spending, lowering taxes, rolling back burdensome regulations, strengthening our nation's border security, and getting our fiscal house back in order. President Trump has already begun delivering on that mandate, and Congress is helping him to advance this agenda. Just a few days ago, here in this chamber, House Republicans voted to deliver the largest tax cut in American history. We made long overdue investments in our nation's border security by funding the completion of the border wall, investing in modern technology to assist in the interception of drug and human smuggling, and increased detention capacity for immigration and customs enforcement as they work to deport violent criminals and gang members who are in this country illegally. Our bill supports American farmers, ranchers, and ag producers like those in the Big First District of Kansas who want to see the farm safety net strengthened by expanding crop insurance and updating reference prices. We permanently expanded the death tax exemption, saving 2 million family farms and saving those families more than $10 billion. We supported President Trump and Secretary Duffy's request to make much-needed investments in the Federal Aviation Administration to modernize our air traffic control technology and infrastructure and uphold the gold standard of American aviation. The One Big Beautiful Bill Act strengthens our social safety net while better stewarding the tax dollars of hardworking Americans. Americans are generous people, but we cannot allow the government to abuse that generosity. Programs like Medicaid and SNAP were intended for the most vulnerable populations in our country: pregnant women, single parents with kids too young for school, low-income Americans, disabled individuals, and the elderly. Over the years, these programs have exploited and expanded beyond their initial intent, causing the cost of these programs to skyrocket exponentially. If taxpaying Americans can get up every day and go to work, why shouldn't we ask the same thing of those who benefit from that generosity? Our bill requires that able-bodied adults without kids too young for school work or volunteer at least 20 hours a week. This includes volunteering at a food pantry, a local church, or giving back to their community. It's disheartening that so many of my Democrat colleagues would prefer to lie about what our bill does and limit Americans to a permanent destination of government assistance rather than empowering them to return to the ladder of opportunity. This is not the American dream. I'm hopeful that the Senate will move quickly to get it over the finish line and on the President's desk. The country cannot afford to get this bill wrong, and I trust that every single Republican is committed to getting it to the President as soon as possible and helping America win yet again. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and with that, I yield back.